I'd like to call the special meeting of the Lake Forest City Council to order. We have one item on the agenda tonight, the citizen proposal for special city council discussion. Are there any people who would like to speak?
Just for fun. Do I have to introduce myself? Is there a protocol here for me to say who I am? Or
Yes, it would be appropriate to state your name and your city of residence.
I'm Tina Kincaid, and I am a proud resident of Lake Forest since 1984. And I'd like to address the City Council, and we have a request to replace the existing city signs with something that would be more presenting of us as a new city, perhaps something with different colors, perhaps with an icon, a leaf or something. I'm thinking of Orange. City of Orange has the blue with the outstanding little orange on it. And it would be also becoming the city because we are only our 20th, 21st year. So defining our boundaries of where we are. We don't really have a core yet. I think that it would be very becoming of us as a new city to step forward and to establish ourselves, even if we don't have a proper city center, city hall, city whatever that most cities have. At least we could define ourselves with our street signs. And she told me to keep talking, but I'm out of words. I'm out of, it's still green, and she said keep talking when it turns red. That's about all I have on street signs. Am I okay? Yeah. Okay. What do I do? All in favor, say aye. Opposed? Okay, it's done.
Actually, we'll hear from additional speakers. Thank you.
Oh, okay, good.
Actually, yes, if you had a question of the speaker, you could have asked it at that point. Yeah, ask the mayor for permission. So,
May I speak? Hi, my name is Deanne Bender, and I've been a resident of Lake Forest for 2 years as of this Saturday. And I would like to support Tina's request. I've noticed since I've lived here that there's many street signs that are illegible. They're old and faded, in particular the older parts of the city. I've had guests who have driven past our street because they can't see our street name on the sign. So I would appreciate having them updated and having like better reflective material so at nighttime people can see them better. Thank you.
Are there any additional speakers?
Good evening, and it's a privilege for me to address this distinguished crowd. Truly, my two good neighbors in Lake Forest, Tina and Deanne, speak about the beautification of the city of Lake Forest. Considering that I have been here in Lake Forest for 8 years, there has no significant accidents that occur based on the website, based on the report, that happen because of the signages on the streets. Okay, the city of Lake Forest has maintained very well, all street signs lighted so that all residents going around the area are able to see them clearly even from far. Okay, and considering that we have...
You're surpassing your time allotted, and we'll need you to start wrapping this up.
Thank you. And considering the present economic situation that we have and the budgetary constraint that the city is looking forward, I would strongly recommend that the allocation for this budget be geared towards another more significant project that will impact the city more. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Council members, do you have any questions regarding this issue? Yes.
from the first presenter, how would you decide on what type of sign we would use? Would you contract it out to marketing department, or would you suggest the residents come up with an idea for what the street sign should look like?
Yes, I know. But it's probably a little bit of both. I think it might be fun to start with ideas, and I'm from New England, so I probably said ideas. But anyway, ideas that come from the community and whittle it down to the top 3 ideas or something. But I would imagine it would probably have to go through the city planning department. I missed last week, so I don't know exactly what they do, but I'm sure it has something to do with planning the street signs.
So let's pose that question to our finance manager.
Mayor and City Council members, thanks to our brilliant staff, even before these speakers came up to talk about it, they gave me some of the numbers of the fiscal impact to the city in regards to changing the signage. And I have to keep in mind I was also brought another issue on consistency with the look and feel of our city and the logo. And our finance department has researched this, and they figure it will be a 10-year bond at 2% interest. The approximate cost might be $500,000 to do the signage integration. So I hope this answers your question.
Public Works, have we been working on anything relative to new signage?
Mayor and members of the City Council, at this time, we have looked into possible opportunities to improve the signage in the city of Lake Forest. However, there's been some delay on the project because there might be a rise in an increase, a significant increase in traffic in the community. Therefore, we need some more time to research the issue and seek advisement from perhaps the city manager, and maybe the city manager can elaborate on this issue as well.
Mayor and members of the City Council, I'd like to thank the department heads for their great answers to your question. Obviously, we'd like to give you the best information possible, and so since this is an emerging issue, this is the first time we've heard of it here at your meeting, we'd like to take the opportunity to do some research and come back to you with some options, as well as survey the community to see if there is broad-based interest for this or if this is something that could be prioritized later. So at your pleasure, we'd be happy to come back at a future meeting.
I believe that is something we'd be interested in, and I'd like you to include our police chief to make sure that our signage is corresponding with any of their needs. Do you have anything to input on this, police chief?
I totally agree with all comments that has been made before, and we definitely will take this into consideration and we'll do our best to come up with the solution.
So I believe that we're looking at tabling this until a later date. Is that in agreement? Yes. Or how do I do that?
Well, to table it, consensus would be fine, or you could ask for a motion, either way. So you move to table with a second and then a vote, or a consensus would be fine. It's mayor's pleasure.
Council members, what are your thoughts?
Motion to table.
Motion to table?
Motion to table.
Approved? Yeah, second. Okay, so it's approved to motion this, to table this motion. So are we adjourned?
Yes.